This is the shaping tutorial for Obelisk's Walking in the Rain. Now first of all, I'm not actually going to shape the model with glue physically in this video because I'm going to use this test fold to help shape my actual official fold when I come to do it soon. So I'm going to instead go through all the parts just to give you a good rough idea on how to shape. And second of all, I'm sorry if I'm a bit too close because my tripod broke the exact same way as how my new one did, and I have no tripod except this Joby Gorilla Pod which I'm on, so I do apologise if I'm a bit close to the camera, but I will try and stay back so it helps. Right, first of all, this model, if you don't know, Obelisk's models are completely 3D, so there is no correct right way or wrong way to shape. There are many options on how you want to go about doing this, so I'll give you the rough idea of how I would do it, or just some examples. So first of all, these two parts right here, these are sort of like the front part of the body, because when you fold the neck over, these parts will wrap round. I will have a picture on the screen up here to give you an example of what I mean. That is quite hard to explain. But as you can see in the picture, the neck is thin, and then these two parts overlap, so it's sort of like a gown type robe part. So that's what it's like. But anyway, to add the detail on this, as you can see in the picture, the part up here is folded in half. There's a crease here and crease here. And to basically do that is you fold this edge over to meet this edge. Like that, and then fold this up. You don't need to worry too much about here. You can get it perfect. I need the wee tool just to show more clearer. So you'll take this edge, fold it to this edge, and hit here, and then it'll be a 45-degree crease right here if you want to get it nice and neat. Like that. So that's what I mean. So this part looks the same as this part on the actual model. And then just do the same on this side. So that is this done. Now, because Obelisk models, the way they're collapsed, this is quite, it's hard to take in, but because the way they're collapsed, that doesn't mean it has to stay that way when you shape, because his models can be shaped, like I said, many different variations and ways. So you have layers in here, you could pull layers out, you could add more of these, there's many options to do. That's why it's good to do a test fold, so you can play about with the shaping, which is why I'm not going to glue this in this video, because you could pull that out and make it more 3D. There's many possibilities, so it's always good to do a test fold, especially with crease patterns like this, because it will help greatly when you come to shape. So that is this part done. Now this part, nothing really much happens here. I'm going by memory from his actual fold, but you could do other things. It's entirely up to you, but leave this part clear for now. For the dress, some people like to pull out this part and then basically make a halfway crease from this point. Take this edge and fold up to this crease right here, just halfway. So it's like that. So it sort of creates like the bottom of the dress. Again, you can see in the picture what I'm talking about. It's obviously hard to show because I'm not gluing. So by pulling out one layer, again you have multiple layers in here. You can pull out much more. You could wrap this around to make layers. You could wrap it around the body, then add diagonal slits. There's many options to do. But I'll crease this harder now just so it stays in place. Hopefully. Again, this will take quite a lot of going back and forth to try and get it correct. So it's sort of like that. Again, there's lots of layers, you can do much more with what we have here. So I've done this part stays fine. I've talked briefly about this part. So the right arm is not the back, we'll do this bit first. This is also like the back cover. Again, this part is colour change, so it's always important to use the same colour paper or this part will be different. But again, that might look better having two colours. One for the body, one for the sort of extra dress. Again, the body is here. You could pull out layers, shape this part and then wrap this around. Again, there's many things you could do with this. And again, what I was mentioning before, just because this is the way it gets collapsed doesn't mean it needs to stay this way. You could open it up, unsink these layers, push this part in and then use it to your advantage. So that's one of the hard things about shaping 3D models, is there's so much versatility in how you shape. And it's always good to push yourself and not go for the easy shaping. Okay, so again you could curve that round, separate them like this. It looks quite nice like that actually. And fold it round. I'd probably unsink these layers just so I can get more sort of pleats, more definition. Again, that's another option. And what I was meaning by not making any extra creases, if you watch the tutorial, the first part, again this part will be completely smooth, so you'll have a nice clean result and it'll look much better to the eye, it'll be more appealing. So we've done this part, this part, this part and the sides. We have the arm, the right arm, which is this. Again, you have many layers in the arm, so there's a lot of options to shape. But general shaping is you would do a 45-degree crease right here and then fold this around, and this is like the front part of the dress. So you could, again this is another part you don't want to make creases in, you want it to be as clean as possible. So there's not many layers in here extra. No, there's only this part. There's not really much you could do here, I don't think. But again, this is where the freedom comes into play. So we have the front part of the dress. We've got the 45-degree crease in right here. We have the arm, we fold over. And this part, you could probably just keep it smooth, maybe add some gentle mountain and valley folds. And then we have the front part of the hand. So we have 2 units worth of the hand. You could like open it, do sinks to sort of make fingers. So you have something like that. Again, depends if you want a long hand. No, because the other hand is 1 unit here. I'll show you in a second, so it'd probably be best to keep it at 1. So you've got an extra unit worth of paper to try and play about with and see what you can come up with. So we've done that. Then the right arm is this part. Now the right arm is also the bottom of the umbrella. So for the arm, same again, you would fold it down. It doesn't need to be precise. Again, you could do, let me just see from this angle. Now that's a 45-degree crease, this is the same as the first one. Yep, so they do match. They're both level, so that works. So a 45-degree crease right here. Let me just show you on this side. So we're keeping it the same height, if that makes sense. Like that. Then again, fold it around. You have the same sort of paper as we do here. So you'd fold that around, curve that, and then for the bottom of the umbrella, you'd fold this part up. Like that. So this part is the hand. So there's not much we can do with this. Again, I'm saying that because I don't really know. You probably could. But you fold it up. So it's simple fold up like that. And this plays the bottom part of the umbrella. Oops, what happened there? So it'd be like that. Now, the neck, and let me just try and see, 1, 2, so up 2 units, and then 2 45-degree creases right here. So I think this is correct. Yep. Let me just fold this all the way up the now. So you have this, then you'll basically puff this part out. You'd make this a soft mountain fold. Again, if you did follow the tutorial, you shouldn't have any creases here, so it would be easy to make this part nice and round. So you'd have something like this. That makes the chest, or the chest, the front chest, and then the neck. And this part would come over like that. So you have a nice result. Also, it's quite hard to hold in place when you don't glue it. Let me fold this part up. So like that. So you have the front part of the gown, and then you have the 2 45-degree creases. We have this mountain fold in place, which we puffed out, and then this part gets folded over. Then you can start to see the model come together once you do that. So it has come together quite a lot. Now the head is quite confusing. I'm not entirely sure how to do it yet. I know this is the hair, so let me just try and see. Yeah, I'll come back to the head in a minute. I'll do that last. So the umbrella is mostly straightforward, but again there's a lot of options on how to shape. So I'm going to have a picture on the screen in a couple of minutes to help explain this part. So what we do is we have all these layers. Now we are going to make diagonal creases from this point. So they start from this point and they can end on any point on this side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically 5 points, but they won't go that high. So first, second or third they could go. And so if we start at the bottom one, we're going to try the bottom one first. So we're going to make a valley fold from here all the way down to here, and we're going to do that for all of them, and we're going to see if that allows us to make basically a perfect circle for the umbrella, which we can then use. So that's the first one. Again, I'll have a picture on the screen right now just to help explain what I'm talking about, and then we're going to make the second one, because what we're trying to do is make a perfect circle which it will connect. So this part should hopefully connect with this part if we've done it correct. And if it's not, we can bring these valley folds up 1 unit, which will give us a bit more room, a bit more length in the circle, which should help connect up. So this is the first, second, third one. Then we have the fourth one. I did this earlier just so it's easier to show. Fourth one, we have a few more. Fifth one. Sixth one and seventh. The seventh one isn't the same as these because they have extra layers, so it's entirely up to you what you do. You could just do that. You could pull layers out, but for now, that's all we have. We basically have 180 degrees right here, so it's not enough because this part needs to connect like that. You could invert it, you could sort of force it like that, but then it's quite tight, so that's not going to work. It could work, but we're going to try the next option as extending the valley fold, not to the bottom, but we're going to extend it up 1 unit. In fact, yeah, we'll do 1 unit. I've done 2, I know 2 works, but I'll try 1 as well. So let me just try and do this. I haven't done this one just yet. So that's what it's like when you do to the next unit. This will give us another unit's worth extra distance for each time we do this. I'm going to quickly do this off camera and then do the exact same as what I did here so it's easier to show. So this is what it looks like once you have extended the bifold up by 1 unit. We have now more than 180 degrees. So we had this, the bottom part first, and then we have this part extra. So that gave us an extra good amount of width. But it's still not close enough. It could work. Again, you could do it like that. And it would work like that. That would give you a nice like curve to it. But we are going to try 2 units. So I'm just going to extend the crease up once more. And this should seal the deal. But again, there is no right or wrong with this. It's entirely how you want to shape it, or how much you want to shape it by. Oops, off camera there, sorry. This is where test folding comes in handy, because if you really like what you do now, you could pre-crease this probably, and it would help when you come to this part. So we have this. So now we have a full 360 degree for the umbrella. And now it's entirely up to you how you want to join it. You could probably fold it over like that. That would actually work as well. So there we go. That's 2 units worth. You could easily glue this layer on top of that, and then you have a perfect umbrella like that. Now, what people have done as well on how they shape, they've added pleats. So they've basically made a mountain fold all the way around on this crease, and then made a half valley fold here halfway to bring it down, or even a quarter, and then the same here to here. That looks really nice. I will try and have a picture on the screen of what it looks like, because it's very smart on how they do it, and that would work. You could also pre-crease that as well before you collapse, so that works. Again, that is the umbrella. Let me see, I could peg it. No, leave it actually. But anyway, other way. So you would do that with the top, and then for the handle of the umbrella, you would just glue it, and then sort of fold it in half to keep it nice and straight. And then what I meant by the bottom part is this. Again, this part would come over the arm, then this part would line up with this. So it shows it's one complete handle. And it's hard to show when it's not glued, but that is correct. And then you can shape this however you want as well. Now for the head, again it's quite confusing. Let me just try and something. Okay, I'll play about with this earlier on, but so we have this. I'm going to fold this down and then up like this to tuck it in. Again, there's probably no right or wrong way to do this. So what we have here now is the hair. You just fold this down and then separate the pleats, or the layers. Again, try and make sure they're all correct. So like that. So you have two units like that. And then you would do the same on this side. Fold that down. Pull apart. Again, something like that. You also see in the picture on the screen as well of what it looks like. And then I'm not too sure on this part on what to actually do here. So again, you've got extra layers as well. I'm not sure how Obelisk shaped his, but look at the pictures and you'll have a good idea of what you want to do and how you want to do it. or maybe this is the head, I'm not entirely sure. No, I don't think it is actually, because then that would be behind. But that is it. Oh, also we have this long flap as well. 2 long flaps is it? No, just one. Yeah, and this is hair as well. So we have the hair, the face, and then the hair, and then you could just curve the hair like that. Again, you have layers inside here. You could separate them and do something like that. So again, there's a lot of versatility, there's a lot of freedom in shaping these type of crease patterns, especially models. So I hope this helped you collapse. No, I hope this helped you shape, and if it did, great job. Make sure to show me your finished result. I would love to see them. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you Obelisks for letting me make this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one, whichever that will be.